What's up, everybody? Today we're in a grocery store, and one of the things we know about all grocery stores is that everything in a grocery store has a cost, right? I mean, let's take a look at this. A big roll of parchment paper for like $5.89, right? Then you got this big stack of dinner napkins for like 800 dinner napkins for $11.59, right? Now, the thing about Costco you gotta understand is that Costco gives you a lot for a small price. But unlike Costco, Christianity gives you a lot, but the price is major. Jesus talks about this in Luke chapter 14, verse 25 through 35. I want you to read it at your own time. But the principle that Jesus wants us to get from that passage of scripture is that if you want to follow King Jesus, you got to be willing to die to everything else. If you want to follow King Jesus, you've got to be willing to die to everything else. Jesus lists these 3 price tags. Let's take a look at these price tags for a moment. The first price tag, Jesus says you've got to hate your loved ones and your own life in comparison to your love for him. Now, that seems kind of harsh, right? But again, Jesus is telling us that nothing can be more important in our lives than him. Not our relationships with our mother, our father, our cousins, our friends, anyone. Not even our own selfish desires. The second price tag Jesus talks about is you have to be willing to give up everything that you own. What do you value in this world? Is it material possessions, a car, flat screen TV, clothes, shoes, your hair, ladies? Whatever it is, Jesus wants you to understand that you have to hold those things loosely, and they cannot be more important to you than your relationship to him. The last price tag Jesus talks about, he says that you have to be willing to die socially or even physically for him. So let me ask you this question. Are you willing to pay the price to follow the Christ? Are you willing to count the cost to be a true follower of Jesus Christ? Ask yourself that question this week. Count the cost and be willing to pay the price, whichever way you decide. Because if you're going to follow King Jesus, you got to be willing to die to everything else. I'll see you next time.